quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. All
down.
Watch who's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Coming to you live from Ypsilanti, Michigan, as the Eastern Michigan Eagles are set to host the Huskies of Northern Illinois. I'm Benny Mixon, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Logan Mitchell. Logan, it was tough losses for both of these teams last week. What do you see as a key to victory in this one?
Red zone attempts, Vinny. Both of these teams get into the red zone, but tend to struggle around that 50 to 60% conversion rate on points. We really want to see who can make the most of their field position.
And we're going to see this Ohio offense first on the field in this one. Eastern Michigan's offense, led out by Greg Cooksey, had 445 yards last week on 75 attempts with 3 touchdowns to go with that as well. Eastern Michigan going to rock 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 starters out. Quick pass across the middle. Jonathan Blanton going to make a 6-yard catch here.
Yeah, great pass there. Get some early confidence going by Cooksey, who's almost at the 2,000-yard total offense mark so far this season.
Cooksey going to look to take to the air once more. He's going to want a lot on this play, but he's going to overthrow the entire field.
Vinny, if you've watched Eastern Michigan at all this season, you know that they are balls to the wall crazy. They're going to air that ball out. NIU needs to get some pressure on Cooksey.
As Cooksey here with a 3rd and 4 out the shotgun, fires it across the middle into traffic, and it's going to be broken up by NIU's defense.
Yeah, tough throw there by Cooksey. His receiver almost made the play on it, but credit to that NIU secondary for realizing the ball's in there and making a play on it.
As that'll be a 3 and out for Eastern Michigan. We're going to see the Northern Illinois offense for the first time in this one. And Logan, what do you want to see from them on their first drive?
You know, Olive has 9 interceptions on the season right now, Vinny. I want to see him play a little bit more conservative. Don't try to force the ball. Play a little bit cleaner.
As they're going to rock the shotgun here, going to hand it off to Roller. He's able to shed 1 tackle as he goes for 5 yards on that play.
We said it last week, Vinny. Roller is not the person you want to let get rolling. He's a bowling ball, and he'll eat you up if you let him run down the middle.
154 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns on the season for the sophomore out of Mount Vernon, Indiana. As Olive going to try and take to the air on this one, going to be fired to the left side. Gilbert Sutton on the catch, but it's a loss of 2.
Great pressure by this EMU defense, getting the pressure on Olive, trying to make him make that check down throw. Great read by their defense to be out there for it.
That's going to bring up a quick 3rd down now for this Northern Illinois offense, as they are going to rock an empty set here on 3rd and 7. Got to get this past the Eastern Michigan 49 to keep the drive alive. Olive going to take a shot to the sidelines. It's going to be hauled in by his receiver, Nathaniel Thomas, for a 19-yard gain.
What a catch by Thomas there. Just when it looked like it could go the other way, he somehow ends up with it converting on that 3rd down.
And this is just a chance right here. We see the quarterback trusting his receiver, Nathaniel Thomas, downfield. 6'1", goes up and snags it over the DB, keeping this drive alive here for Northern Illinois. This one's going to be a shot downfield. Wide open is Damari Breeze as he goes for a 38-yard touchdown.
We talked about EMU going absolutely bonkers early with the aggression. NIU's turned it up too. Great play call there.
4 plays, 59 yards is the drive as the extra point up and good. Northern Illinois strikes first in this one, 7-0 over Eastern Michigan with 7:21 to go here. And Logan falling behind early in this game. What do you want to see from this Eastern Michigan offense this drive?
Keep the aggression up, Vinny, but you know what? Look for some of those middle distance routes to go. We love those corner routes. We love those post routes. Get your tight ends involved a little bit.
You see the last drive for this Huskies defense only gave up 6 total yards. It was a quick 3 and out for Eastern Michigan as Greg Cooksey and Chef Wyatt and crew look to change that fortune on this drive as they're going to come out with an empty set here. Trips to the top of your screen. Cooksey going to sit in the pocket. Can't find anywhere to go with it. Doesn't get rid of it either. He'll go down for a sack.
Yeah, McGinnis getting back there for that sack. And that is his first on the season, Vinny. Great pressure off the edge.
Joshua McGinnis, like you said, first sack of the season for the freshman out of Jackson, Mississippi. Came on that corner blitz. Going to back this Eastern Michigan offense up to a 2nd and 17 now. As Eastern Michigan going to rock 2 running backs in the backfield here. 2 receivers to the top of your screen as well. Looking to go play fake. Has a receiver across the middle. Able to pick up 15 yards is Jonathan Blanton.
NIU brought the pressure last play, and EMU responded in kind. Great job picking up those lost yardage and more.
And like you were talking about earlier, hitting those intermediate routes for Eastern Michigan would be a great key for this offense to look forward to. Right there, able to pick up 15 yards across the middle as we see EMU come out once again. This time they're going to go pistol set heavy in the backfield. Play fake here by Cooksey. Going to try and find somebody along the left side, but it's going to be picked up by Northern Illinois. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone as this one will be a pick 6 by Joshua McGinnis.
Yeah, and there you go. McGinnis showing off early today. Great read by him to see that the route was there, jump on that pass, and take it all the way back.
McGinnis with a sack and an INT on that drive as that INT goes for 6, extending the Northern Illinois lead now. 13-0 over Eastern Michigan early on in this one, pinning the extra point to make it a 14-point game here. As we see the snap that is way, the kick up and through. Northern Illinois 14, Eastern Michigan 0. Still early in this game, Logan. What would be the mindset here for this Eastern Michigan offense as they begin their next drive?
You know, Vinny, Cooksey looked a little unsettled in the pocket there. He was shuffling around, trying to throw off the front foot. Settle down, throw off your back foot, make a confident throw, get your mechanics going.
Michael Kane on the return, going to be 25 yards. And we look at this Huskies defense. 2 drives here, 14 yards with the sack. And most importantly, that pick 6 that they got on the previous drive. Defense definitely swarming for them early on in this one. As we see the Eastern Michigan offense going to try and rock out. Trips to the top of your screen here on 1st and 10. This one's going to be broken up across the middle of the field.
Yeah, NIU's dialing up the pressure here. And this is exactly what you want to see from this defense that's really got some good talent on it, Benny.
You see trips to the top of your screen once more here for 2nd and 10. This one's going to be floated along the left sideline. Michael Kane going to come down with it. Got a foot in bounds for a 6-yard gain.
You know, Vinny, EMU's doing really good on their 2nd and 3rd downs, getting some good yardage. They just need to convert on that 3rd down, and I think that'll give them the confidence.
0 of 2 on 3rd downs to start this one, looking to change their fortunes as Cooksey going to fire this one down the sidelines. It's going to be broken up by Joshua McGinnis.
McGinnis, you know, he seems like he's everywhere. He's got 1 sack, 1 INT, and now 1 pass deflection. He is going to be a menace all night for Cooksey.
Absolutely, McGinnis doing it at every level of the field. As we're going to see this Northern Illinois offense for the 2nd time in this one. Last time, easily moved down the field. This time, they'll get great field position. Logan, what do you think will be the key for them on this drive?
Keep attacking heavy. Don't put your foot off the gas just yet. Let your quarterback make those plays because your wide receivers are getting open.
Only took 4 plays to find the end zone on their first drive. This time, they're going to look to dump it off the roller out the backfield. Able to break 1 tackle, make his way for a 5-yard gain.
Bowling ball roller once again bounces off the first, and it actually puts him in the seam that he should have ran originally. Great pickup by him.
As we see them rock a pistol set here, there go 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Roller going to get the handoff, able to throw 1 defender out the way, barreling his way down to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Roller, he's had 3 broken tackles so far this season, and that's 2 that I count already this game, Vinny. He's doing great so far.
Give a lot of credit to that Northern Illinois offensive line as well, opening up the lanes for Roller to go through. Got past the first down marker before even seeing contact. As Olive gonna look to take the shot at the end zone here, has a receiver, Damari Breeze, for a 31-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Breeze, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his first reception on the season. What a great way to get started.
As we see the extra point here from NIU up through the uprights, 21-0 early on here as NIU extends it to a 3-possession game. 5:12 left to go in the first quarter. Logan, and this Eastern Michigan offense, you got to think they got to get a drive going here early on.
Yeah, if you're EMU, you know, you're doing really well on second and third and second down. Really, you got to translate that to a full, complete drive. They're running good routes. It's just don't force it if you're Olive. Maybe take a scramble out of the pocket if you don't see your guys quite open. NIU's giving you the space.
As we see only 20 total yards for this offense through their first three drives, as they go 2-by-2 set here. Zavi Thomas going to come in motion as we see the handoff to Chef Wyatt up the middle. Doesn't have much blocking as he only gains 1 yard.
Yeah, you know, you really want to see Chef Wyatt get a little bit more involved. It's a little late to start him out. He's a great running back. Hopefully EMU can feed him up.
As we'll see a quad formation here as Cooksey doesn't like what he sees, tries to get out the pocket, but he'll be brought down after a 1-yard gain.
Hey, you can't hate Cooksey for trying it there. NIU just recognized that he was getting out of the pocket and sent that linebacker over there to cover him.
2-by-2 set here on 3rd and 8. Got to get this one past the 35 to keep their drive alive. Cooksey going to try and do it with his legs early on the play. He's going to make his way for 8 yards, and they say enough for a first down.
Yeah, great scramble there by Cooksey and good effort to get that first down. And I've got a correction. With that touchdown tonight, Breeze is now on 4 this season.
We'll see Cooksey out the shotgun once more. Going to try and take a strike downfield. Has a receiver, but Damian Chambers over there to break the pass up.
Yeah, and I don't hate taking that shot on first down, Vinny. Great try there by Cooksey. Just give it a little bit less and a little bit more zip, and it's in.
NIU brings the house on this one. Zach Boyd gonna get the hit on Cooksey. Barely gets it away, and it floats to the ground.
Yeah, NIU is really trying to put as much pressure as they possibly can on Cooksey right now. His offensive line needs to give him some time.
Cooksey in the pocket once more. 3rd and 10 here. Got to get this past the 45. They only get 9 yards as Gregory Duncan going to be stopped short.
Yeah, good job by Duncan there. The walk on. He tried to fight for that first down. Unfortunately, he landed just a tad bit short.
As the punting unit out for Eastern Michigan here, we're going to see the NIU offense once more. 2 drives for them, 2 touchdowns, Logan. And what has been the key for this offense early on?
Aggression, 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 Vinny. They are attacking EMU as hard as they can. If they keep this up, they're going to keep finding success.
As they get this drive started from that old 26. Wide receiver screen here on 1st and 10. That's going to go over to Justice Hall for a 3-yard gain.
If you get a positive yardage on a screen, Vinny, it's not a loss at all. Olive is 6 for 6. He's doing a great job playing efficient.
And we see NIU asking for a horse collar call from that punt, which is something that we don't really pay too much attention to here in the CFSL. We only care about the clipping here as Dustin Roller goes for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, great rush by Roller. I guess NIU didn't get the memo that this is the CFSL and we hit hard.
As they look to set up halfback screen here on 3rd and 3. Has the blocks downfield. Going to make his way up to the 45-yard line as Roller goes for 11.
Yeah, love that play right there. Roller almost got it, except for his offensive lineman just tripped up on the defender.
Play fake here as Olive going to try and roll out. Finds a receiver in the flats. That's going to be Tom Creedon as he goes for 6 yards.
Yeah, you know, Vinny, I love those little rollout plays that the quarterbacks do. It gets you on the side of the field that you need to make that play, and it helps you get off that back foot.
You see Olive starting out 8 for 8, 111 yards here in the first quarter with those 2 touchdowns that he has as well. Roller going to get this on the ground, trying to fight through some tackles, able to make his way up for a 9-yard gain on that play.
I know my math isn't very good, Vinny, but that looked like 4 defenders that couldn't bring down Roller. He is a absolute stud for that one.
And for a second there, got his directions turned around, able to end up with 9 yards on the play as Nate Decker is going to get a 4-yard reception here for NIU.
Yeah, as one of our broadcast partners likes to say, Vinny, you get 4 yards every play, you're not going to lose a game. NIU is doing a great job here.
2nd and 6 now for NIU. They're going to fire this one across the middle into traffic, and that'll be the first incompletion here for NIU.
Yeah, you really cannot hold that against Olive. His receiver just wasn't able to hold on to the ball. A little bit tight coverage, but I think he could have pulled it in.
See, Olive gets rid of it before the pressure gets there. Has a wide open receiver in the end zone. Once again, Damari Breeze with his 3rd touchdown in this game.
Yeah, that was Nathaniel Thomas, Vinny. He just streaked down the field, leaving Breeze in his wake. Great job by him.
As it turns out, I'm going to have to get new contacts after this game. And like you said, Nathaniel Thomas with his first touchdown in this game. NIU extending the lead 28-0 early here, still in the first quarter. And Logan, I mean, there's not too many times that you can say that this is it for a team in the first quarter. But for Eastern Michigan, you got to think, if they don't get something going soon, like this game could be looking at a possibility of being over early.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats right there, Vinny. 39 yards is all they've been allowed by this NIU defense. They have turned up the notch to 11, and it's working.
As we'll see, Cooksey doesn't like what he sees, tries to get outside the pocket, but he's going to run right into Drew Brandt for the sack.
Yeah, Drew Brandt finally getting his sack this game. He's been a leader for this defense all season long and in the MAC as a whole. Great job by him to shed his block.
As we see them come out with a trip to the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 16 now for Eastern Michigan. Chef Wyatt going to get the dump off here, making his way, breaking a tackle, going to be able to go for 16 yards, and they say enough for the first down.
Yeah, Chef Wyatt, he's going to be a leader on this offense for Eastern Michigan. Great job getting him the ball, letting your playmakers make a play. And the fight for him to get that first down was great.
As that is another first down that this Eastern Michigan offense has needed. Like you talked about, Wyatt came into the game with 42 catches, has more catches than rush attempts so far this season. As Cooksey fires this along the left side, has a wide open Michael Kane going for 18 yards and getting inside NIU territory.
Yeah, and this is the Eastern Michigan that we've seen all season long, Vinny. They attack in that middle intermediate section of the defense. Then they're able to express their downfield play. This is what they need to do to really be successful tonight.
Going to bring up a 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line of NIU. Cooksey in the shotgun with a 2x2 set here as he fires this across the middle, but misses his intended target as that one falls to the ground.
You know, first down, Vinny. He's felt the pressure. He threw it a little bit ahead of his receiver. It's not the end of the world. It's a great route by the receiver, but you've got to make that throw as Cooksey.
Trips to the top of your screen. This one's going to be thrown to the top of your screen as well, but to the sidelines.
Yeah, thrown away. Felt the pressure. His man was covered. That's what you need to do in those types of situations, but put you in a tough 3rd down.
3rd and 10 now. Got to get this one past the 37-yard line to keep the drive alive. And this one's going to find its way hitting the turf once more, as that'll bring up a 4th down for Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, they were joking that Roller was greased up earlier in chat. Maybe he put a little bit of grease on that ball because it seemed to just slip out of Cooksey's hand a little bit.
A couple of miscues on that drive from Cooksey. Stalled out, looked like they finally had something cooking, but NIU here with a chance to extend their lead once more. Up 28-0 with 40 seconds still to go in the first quarter. This drive is going to get started from their own 23-yard line. Rocking the pistol set here with the tight end in the H-back slot. Wide receiver screen, dangerous, but Justice Hall finds a way to catch it and get 1 yard.
Yeah, not sure how Justice Hall came down with that one, but he did, and he kept a big mistake from happening for this NIU offense.
Risky play, but NIU going to be able to pick up 1 yard off of that. 2nd and 9 now. The tight end going to split out wide. Olive tries to go play fake. He's going to take a shot downfield into traffic as Eric Spencer is going to break this one up.
Great job by Spencer. He kept his head on the swivel there, was able to realize balls in the air and make a play on it, break up that pass, and put NIU in a long 3rd down.
3rd and 9 now for NIU. Olive going to take a shot downfield once more. Has a receiver this time. And it's going to be a foot race to the end zone as it'll be a Justice Hall 76-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Hall said you gave me that little screen pass earlier and put me in a bad spot. Throw me the ball deep, and he burned this defense.
And just like that, NIU putting the hurt on him early as it is 34-0 here, still in the first quarter. We look at the scoring drive. 3 plays is all they needed to go 77 yards. Just like that, it is a 5-possession ball game in the first quarter. NIU jumping out early, and Logan, you got to think that EMU's got to do something differently offensively.
Yeah, you know, Vinny, they found some success with those intermediate passes, but they keep trying to force that deep ball just a little bit too early for my liking. If I was them, I'd keep to that bread and butter just a little bit more, work this defense a little bit till you get those safeties pushed up a little bit.
What will be the final play of the first quarter here as S17 is going to come in motion a little bit tighter to the offensive line. They're going to hand it off to Chef Wyatt as he's going to make his way for a 0-yard gain as that ends the first quarter with Northern Illinois jumping out early. 35-0 over Eastern Michigan. Don't go nowhere because you're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. As the twos get flying up in chat, we're set for second quarter action here. 2nd down for Eastern Michigan. As Cooksey going to try and throw this to the left side and misses his receiver. Now 6 of 17 to start out this game.
Yeah, Vinny, I've got a little update from Twitch. West Virginia is at midfield. They're up 3-0 over Alabama. 7:05 left in the second.
As Eastern Michigan going to try and set up halfback screen here. Chef Wyatt able to shed 1 tackle, spins his way out of bounds, and it's only going to be a 3-yard pickup. 3 and out for Eastern Michigan once more.
Yeah, this offense just really isn't able to get anything clicking. And to answer your question, Silent, I have no idea, and I don't know if we keep track of that.
Pretty sure somebody in the stats department will be looking that up as Trenton Steele going to get a return up into Eastern Michigan territory. Another chance to strike here for NIU as we see them go 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen from the pistol. Roller going to get the handoff, has some blocks, but he's going to be met by Axel Holderson after a gain of 8.
Yeah, great job by Roller. He's hitting those seams perfectly. Whatever his offensive line is giving him, he's taking full advantage of. The bowling ball is just running all over this EMU defense.
As we see a 2-by-2 set here for NIU. It's going to be receiver screen. Has some blocks. His receiver actually blocked 2 players on that. As Justice Hall scrambles his way forward 16 yards.
Yeah, Justice Hall coming up on that century mark really quickly. He's having a great game for himself right now.
As we see right here in the highlight, Justice Hall does a great job on that play, fighting for himself. Also give a lot of credit to his receiver, making a block on 2 defenders on that play. Bringing up a 1st and 10 now inside the PX1 Sports red zone. Olive going to fire this across the middle. Has Nathaniel Thomas for a 1st down.
Yeah, and I really like what Olive is doing right here, Vinny. He's spreading the ball out pretty well between his receivers, and it's working really well. They're able to attack every single hole that EMU is giving them.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen for this. Olive looking to go play fake here. Fires it into the end zone. Almost picked off by that Eastern Michigan defense.
That would have been a highlight reel interception, Vinny. Great job by EMU to recognize that ball and get a hand on it.
Sean T going to break that pass up for EMU. 2nd and goal now as Olive going to try and do something with his legs. He's going to be caught up by his shoestrings.
Yeah, great job by Burns. He extended that hand out just long enough. He may have caught him just by the bunny ears on his laces. Great play.
Terry Olive wishing his shoes were a couple sizes smaller right there, as Devin Burns going to get credit for a sack on that play, bringing up a 3rd and goal now from the 9-yard line. We look at the numbers for NIU. 4 of 4 on 3rd downs in this one. They're going to rock a pistol set with 2 running backs in the back. Olive maneuvering in the pocket, throws it to the back of the end zone. Justice Hall going to submit his submission for the 5 toes down challenge and an NIU touchdown.
I don't know, Vinny. That might be a submission for the 10 toes down challenge. Great recognition by him.
We are going to get a review on that, though, as we look at the replay right here. Justice Hall doing a great job slowing down to put himself in position. And like you said, got 10 toes down on that one, as this one should stand.
Review the play. The ruling on the field stands.
As it, in fact, will. NIU pushing it to a 41-point game, pending this extra point. We'll look at the numbers. 6 plays, 41 yards, only chewing up a minute of clock. And NIU 42-0 over Eastern Michigan. Still 7 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, Vinny, that was just an absolute beauty of a pass there by Olive. And I really don't have any idea what you could do for EMU if you're in this kind of situation. Maybe you keep trying to spread the ball out. Try to find something that NIU's missing on their defense.
We see shotgun here with a 2x2 set for Cooksey. And he's going to miss his receiver once more. 7 of 19 now.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't doubt Cooksey. You're down 42 points. Your nerves are going to set into you. You just got to sit down, make the play, go through your mechanics.
Cooksey once more going to fire to the sidelines. Has a receiver. This time, Nate Schneer for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, great pickup there. Nate Schneer getting onto the sideline. Way to have recognition of where he is on the field. Keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, and Cooksey coming into this game, normally he's efficient, averaging over 67% completion on the day, just not having his game this time. But this one's going to be a deep pass across the middle, going to Michael Kane, able to pick up 50 yards on the play.
Yeah, and there we go. We knew at some point this Eastern Michigan offense was going to get that deep play that they are known for. Great pass, perfectly placed for his receiver to get to it. If the secondary wasn't able to realize that and get coverage back, that's going for 6.
See Drew Brandt getting the pressure on Cooksey, able to get rid of it with pressure in his face and complete it as well. They're down to the 20-yard line here for this. Chef Wyatt going to go for a 2-yard run, getting them inside the PX1 Sports red zone.
Yeah, there you go. You know, let your running back get you a couple early yards on when you're inside the red zone. Then you can spread out the pass a little bit more, maybe get an out route or something going.
First time inside that PX1 Sports red zone in this one. Fires across the middle. As a receiver making his way inside the 10 is Jay Bridges for a 12-yard gain.
Well, you know, I called the out route there, Benny, but he went with my second favorite play besides the screen, the slant route. Great job.
Jay Bridges, the freshman out of Tylertown, Mississippi, with his first catch in this one. Cooksey trying to get rid of it before the pressure gets there. Fires it to the backfield, but this one's going to be knocked away.
You know, if you're EMU, you don't hate that. You were going to get negative yardage likely on that play. Better to let him jar it out.
Close to being a lateral on that play, but they say he did throw it forward. You see a receiver come in motion, giving him a quads to the top of the screen. Going wide receiver screen. No blocks back there for Gregory Duncan, as he'll lose 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, and he just had a whole pack of Huskies coming right at him. And you're right, Austin. I do, in fact, love screens.
Bringing up a 3rd and goal now. We see 2 of 8 on 3rd downs is Eastern Michigan. They got to go 9 yards to get this one into the end zone. As Cooksey going to try and set up halfback screen. They do have some blocks downfield. Chef Wyatt going to have to break a tackle. Does, but will get forced out of bounds after a 4-yard gain. Bringing up 4th and goal. Eastern Michigan going to elect to just get some points on the board, as this will be a 21-yard field goal. And in fact, we'll get a false start and back it up a little bit.
False start offense.
Yeah, you know, being a kicker myself, You don't hate it because it lessens that angle just a tiny bit, Vinny, and you don't think it's going to make a lot of a difference, but it really does.
Now a 26-yard field goal that is on its way. It is good. Eastern Michigan finding themselves on the board for the first time in this game. Still a big deficit for them to overcome right now. Northern Illinois up 42-3 with 5:33 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, if you're NIU, you really want to get a big kick return here.
Justice Hall with a 27-yard return. Look at the highlights here for this NIU defense. They've been swarming everywhere. Haven't seen much momentum going for this Eastern Michigan offense, as they had the one big play earlier to Michael Kane, but had to end up kicking a field goal on that one. A lot of momentum for that offense, but NIU, they haven't been able to be stopped here offensively. Going to come in the shotgun with a 2x2 set. Olive going to keep it on the read option, tries to cut it back middle, able to pick up 7 yards.
Yeah, great read option there, and Olive saw that he had space to run and made it. Vinny, what's your favorite type of screen?
My favorite type of screen would have to be halfback screen, honestly. I mean, if you set it up perfectly, that play can break for a big, and there's really not much risk of it besides losing a few yards. Whereas wide receiver screen, you risk a pick six quite often on that, as we see Olive going to roll out here. Fires a dot downfield to Damari Breeze, able to climb the elevator and go for 25 yards.
Great job by Breeze, getting full extension up and catching that ball. I'd have to say my favorite type of screen is, in fact, a screen door.
As we have a 1st and 10 now for NIU at the 42-yard line. Tight end going to be in that little H-back spot here. They're going to hand it off to Roller up the middle. Has a lane. He's going to make his way for 11 yards and another NIU first down.
Yeah, Roller. And, you know, we keep saying it every single week, Vinny. You let him get rolling and he does good. He knows how to read exactly where the defense is getting him.
As Olive fires this across the middle, has a receiver able to break a tackle is Damari Breaks. He's going to go for 13 yards, putting himself above that 100-yard mark in this one.
Yeah, great job by that young man hitting that century mark tonight. That's exactly what you want to see from your wide receivers, spreading, getting the ball spread out, and everybody making their catches.
Olive's going to fire this to the outside. Has Nathaniel Thomas going to make a nice catch on that one. Only a gain of 3, though.
Yeah, you know, if you can pick up some yards early on the first down, you're not going to hate it. 3 yards, 4 yards, that's just, it's always going to work out.
As we see the tight end once again in that H-back spot, going to come in motion. Olive goes play fake, threads the needle to Flacco Reeves on that play, as he's able to get 12 yards, getting them down inside the 5.
Great first down there by NIU, puts them right up against the goal line. You know, they look like they're going to run, but
As they go fullback dive here, Colt Taylor only able to get 1 yard.
Well, you know, I misjudged that playbook call, I guess, Vinny, because I really thought they were going to do a play action, maybe a tight end post thing.
Well, they're out in the shotgun, so full playbook looking like it's at their disposal here. For a 2nd and goal, they go read option. Olive gets the blocks. He walks right in there. NIU extending the lead once more, now 48-3, pending the extra point.
Yeah, great read there by Olive. He saw the seam open up, attacked it, got into the end zone.
Their longest drive of this game took nearly 2 minutes to find the end zone. 8 plays, 67 yards. NIU now 49-3 over Eastern Michigan with 3:37 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, if you're EMU, you cannot make a mistake here. Don't give any willy-nilly throws. Don't give up an easy fumble. Make some smart, consistent plays and drive down the field.
As we see Eastern Michigan going to rock quads to the top of your screen here. Cooksey in the pocket, trying to find somewhere to go. He's going to find himself in the arms of Drew Brandt.
Yeah, Brandt getting his 2nd sack and just further cementing his dominance as the defensive end in this MAC conference. Great job by him.
Drew Brandt with his 2nd sack in this game. As we see 2nd and 17 now for this Ohio offense. And it's been a common thing for this offense to have long situations. That one almost picked off by Drew Brandt on that play.
I mean, I've really got to question Silent on what he's doing now. He's bringing a defensive end into coverage, but it worked out. Looked like he was moving as fast as the linebacker.
Back screen now for Eastern Michigan, gonna find itself going nowhere, backing them up even further for a 4th and 20.
Yeah, and that's not what you wanted from Eastern Michigan there. You don't want to have to punt back to NIU where they're probably going to end up in your own territory starting a drive as efficient as they've been.
As that's going to bring out the punting unit and most likely give NIU great field position as the punt is underway. Going to be fielded just past the 50, already across midfield on the return. Trenton Steele as they're going to set up inside the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Vinny, and I've got us an update from Twitch. We are going into halftime. West Virginia up over Alabama 10-3.
As we look at the highlights here for this NIU offense, they've been able to streak down the field with pretty much ease. Their last drive was their longest. Logan, what does Eastern Michigan have to do on this drive to prevent them from adding more points to this game?
Watch for that deep pass. NIU, I have a feeling, is going to go for it.
And as they rock the pistol here, 2 receivers to the top of your screen. It's going to be a play fake from Olive. Doesn't like what he sees. Tries to find the lane out the pocket. He'll slide down after a gain of 4.
Well, I told you, Vinny, NIU went for that kill shot right there. Good job by EMU getting the coverage downfield, forcing Olive to make a scramble.
Trips to the top of your screen now here on 2nd and 6. Once again, a play fake by Olive has a wide open receiver making his way inside the red zone is Nathaniel Thomas for a gain of 20.
Yeah, Nathaniel Thomas just coming across the face of that midfield, kind of in a weird deep slant route. It's going to get open. If the receiver has speed, he's going to make some separation. Good job by EMU covering him and getting to him as fast as they could.
Nathaniel Thomas up to 88 yards in this one. Had 115 last week, the freshman out of Fairfield, California, as it'll be a 2x2 set here on 1st and 10. Gonna dump it to a wide open Levi Tree, making his first catch in this one, going for 8 yards.
Yeah, good job by Tree, and even better job holding on to the ball because he got absolutely hammered as soon as he turned upfield. Great read by number 20, KO Locke, the New Zealand Kiwi, making that play.
KO Locke, the sophomore out of Wellington, New Zealand, like you said, making the stop there for Eastern Michigan. Bringing up a 2nd and 2 now. Olive going to keep it on a read option. Going to find his way inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and NIU taking a timeout there. They really want to get these points on the board. EMU needs to play some tough defense.
Justin Roller going to get the handoff up the middle, and he'll be stopped at the half-yard line.
Yeah, and right there on the goal line, this is where it make or break. EMU needs to stop.
As we'll see the tight end come in motion here, as Olive going to look to do this one through the air. Has a diving receiver, unable to hang on to the pass.
Yeah, there we go. They're putting pressure on that receiver, making sure that he does not feel comfortable catching that ball.
Have converted all 5 third downs in this one. Can they keep the streak alive as Olive throws this one through the uprights, but that counts for nothing here as that brings up 4th and goal.
There you go. If you're Eastern Michigan, you did what you needed to do in that situation. Keep them to a field goal, extend the game.
As the field goal up through the uprights, NIU up by 49 now as they have hit the 50 burger here in the first half. 52-3 over Eastern Michigan with 1:40 left to go. And Logan, you got to think this Eastern Michigan offense going to try and be aggressive here at the end of the half.
Yeah, if you're Eastern Michigan, everything that you've tried doing so far, throw it out the window. Go back to what has been working so far this season, and just you've got to scrap that play chart that you've wrote up and try something else.
As they'll have trips to the bottom of your screen here. Fired across the middle. Has a receiver up to about the 45-yard line on that one.
Yeah, great play there. Blaine has been a shining light for this EMU offense all season long. Get him the ball. Let him make his plays.
Look at the numbers for Cooks. He's starting to get a little bit better from that performance he had in the first quarter. Now up to 50% completion on the day, over 150 passing yards as well. As we see Eastern Michigan going to rock the pistol here. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 running backs in the backfield as well. Cooksey going to try and dump it off to one of them. Going to get hit hard is Frank James after a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, that might be a concussion protocol call right there, Vinny, because he got lit up like the 4th of July.
Jeff White going to get a halfback draw here. Has nowhere to go as that entire front 4 for NIU is in the backfield.
Yeah, the draw play, one of the most despised plays called by anyone in the CFSL. He just did not have anywhere to go that time.
2 of 10 on 3rd downs in this one. As Cooksey has a receiver along the left side, but it's going to fall to the ground.
Yeah, that was a tough play. He threw the ball perfectly. His receiver was in the perfect spot to get it. Unfortunately, he was covered pretty quickly, and they were able to jar it loose.
Another drive that stalls out at midfield for Eastern Michigan. NIU going to field this one at their own 10. However, they do get it back across the 20 with the return by Trenton Steele here. With 50 seconds and 1 timeout, Logan, you think they go aggressive?
It's NIU, Vinny. I mean, yeah, they're going to go guns blazing.
We look at the numbers, 344 passing yards here in the first half. As they look to come out the pistol set. Roller going to be behind Olive here. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Olive has some time. This one's going to be picked up by Eastern Michigan. Returned inside the 15 down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, great job. Eric Spencer was able to read that perfectly. The walk-on.
Grab the INT and get a couple extra yardage on it.
And just sitting there in front of the receiver, you got to question what Olive saw. Maybe just tried to get rid of it instead of taking the sack there. It's going to hurt NIU as Eastern Michigan only 11 yards away from the end zone to start this drive. 40 seconds left with 2 timeouts. They're going to throw an out route here. Pick up 3 yards by Michael Kane and get out of bounds.
There we go, Vinny. Get some positive yards going on 1st down. Build it into the 2nd down and possibly even the 3rd down if you don't end up in the end zone.
They'll go trips to the bottom of your screen. They can still pick up a 1st down here by getting inside the 1-yard line. As Cooksey going to end up finding himself in the arms of Drew Brandt once more, as that'll bring up a 3rd and 14 now. We look at the numbers, 2 of 11 on 3rd downs, and this is a very long one. They got to go 14 yards. 15 yards will get you in the end zone here. Going halfback screen. It's read by Keeler. Chef White doesn't break out the tackle, and that will bring up a 4th and 9.
Yeah, Keeler read that like a Sunday school little kid's book. Easily read, and he made the play.
And a great recovery, too, because Chef Wyatt found a way to get behind him, but Keeler does a great job of diving back to him as they're going to try and chew up a little clock here, making this the last play of this half as they try to add another field goal. This time it'll be from 27 yards away as the kick is up and through. Eastern Michigan now up to 6 points, but at halftime, Northern Illinois leading this one 52-6 over Eastern Michigan. Logan, break down what happened in that first half.
NIU came out with their defense blazing. They were able to attack EMU perfectly and very aggressively. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders. They have found what works. EMU, you've got to throw everything you're doing out the book. Try something completely new.
And, I mean, it's really been a story of this NIU offense in this first half. Able to attack downfield. They drew up a game plan. They knew what they wanted to do and have executed it very well. As you see, the receivers have been able to find them deep shots downfield most often. And the defense, they wanted to be aggressive coming into this one. They've done a great job of that as we look at the first half stats here. Double the amount of passing yards from Northern Illinois that Eastern Michigan has. And in the negatives for the rushing yards, Northern Illinois almost up to 100 rushing yards as well. Time of possession can be a little skewed because Northern Illinois has had those quick attacking drives.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Benny. NIU is just attacking really quickly, going precise, making every single play matter. EMU just can't quite string together 3 consecutive solid plays.
As we would like to give a congratulations to AMK in chat for learning how to read finally. as NIU going to get us started here in this second half up to about the 25, where, Logan, we're going to see this offense that could not be slowed down in that first half.
Yeah, Vinny, and, reading, but, picture books easy.
As 1st and 10 here from the 25-yard line. It's going to be a play fake here going down the field. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone as it's another NIU touchdown by Damari Breeze.
Yeah, and, Vinny, I knew that they were going to go for the kill, and that was the dagger that said bye to Caesar. Great job there by NIU getting the open.
As NIU, like you said, with that, will in fact invoke the mercy rule after this extra point. That is up and away here. 59-6 will be the final score in this one. Logan, wrap this one up for us real quick.
If you're NIU, you have found what works for you. This is the game chart that you need to keep going through the rest of the season. For EMU, go back to what was working earlier. You had an electrifying offense going. It just didn't work against this game plan tonight. Rewrite it, keep what's going good, and you'll figure it out.
I want to give a thank you to everybody that joined us in chat tonight. I want to give a thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and, of course, my broadcast partner, Logan Mitchell. On behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Vinny Mixon. You've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. And don't go nowhere, because over on Twitch, we still have action going off as Alabama is taking on West Virginia. I hope to see all of you guys over there.